You are standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. A small stream flows out of the building and down a gully. There is food here. The grate is locked. Set of keys. You have unlocked the grate. You're in a small chamber beneath a 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads inwards to the west. Brass lantern. The lantern is now lit. There is a small wicker cage discarded nearby. You are in a debris room filled with stuff washed in from the surface. A low, wide passage with cobbles becomes plugged with mud and debris here, but an awkward canyon leads upward and west. It says Zizzy. A cheerful little bird is sitting here singing. Wicker cage. You have captured the bird. At your feet is a small pit breathing traces of mist. A white mist, usually water, seen from time to time in caverns. It can be found anywhere, but is frequently a sign of a deep pit leading down to water. There is a large, sparkling nugget of gold here. It says, you won't get it up the steps. Looks like an old miner's helmet. It's broken and useless. The little dwarf. Watch out! There is a little axe here. Could this have been the king's throne? You're in the hall of the Mountain King, with passages off in 5 directions. A huge green, fierce snake bars the way. Little bird in a cage. The little bird attacks the green snake, and in an astounding flurry, drives the snake away. This is an ancient tomb. There is precious jewelry here. Set of keys. You find yourself in a crude passageway. You are overlooking a tight north-south canyon below. This walkway is rather rickety. I'd be careful if I were you. You are above a tall east-west canyon. You see an immense passage to the west. Watch out! A huge dragon snoozes atop a beautiful Persian rug. There are rare coins here. You are at a crossover of a high north-south passage and a low east-west one. You are at the east end of a very long hall, apparently without side chambers. To the east, a low, wide crawl angles up. To the north, a small, round hole slants downward. You're at the west end of a long, featureless hall. The hall joins up with a narrow north-south passage. These seem to be mining tunnels. You're in a maze of twisty little passages, all different. Bottle of water. Zizzy. Zizzy. That is useless right now. You're in a maze of twisty little passages, all different. Bottle of water. You're in a dead end. There is a massive vending machine here. The instructions on it read, "Drop coins here to receive fresh batteries." Rare coins. Batteries. Batteries. There's nothing there but stinky trash. Bottle of water. Dwarf's axe. Precious jewelry. Batteries. This seems to be a place of diamond activity. There are diamonds here. The dwarves weigh their diamonds here. Several diamonds. Nothing happens. You don't know how to work it. This must be where diamonds get polished. There's no use for that here. Several brass lantern. Zizzy. There must be a way to cross this fissure. You're in a maze of twisty little passages, all alike. You're in a maze of twisty little passages, all alike. One ladder goes up, another goes down. You've been down there before. You remember the little bird? You're in a maze of twisty little passages, all alike. You're in a maze of twisty little passages, all alike. This has the distinct feel of a ship's hold. How curious is this? That's just a rat hole. Nothing interesting there. You see a steep slope at the brink of the pit. It looks like you can slide down it. There's nothing to do with it here. There's no use for that here. That is useless right now. That won't work here. That is useless right now. That won't work here. Sorry, you'll need to drop something before you can carry anything more. There are bars of silver here. It says Y2. Several diamonds. It says Y2. Several diamonds. Precious jewelry. Large gold. You hear the word Plu. Sorry, you'll need to drop. Batteries. Clue. Clue. That is useless right now. Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the well house. Large gold nugget. Bars of silver. Clue. Clue. You feel a strange pulling sensation. You're back in the Y2 room. You're in a low north-south passage at a hole in the floor. The hole goes down to an east-west passage. You're in a dirty, broken passage. To the east is a crawl. To the west is a large passage. Above, you see a hole to another passage. You're on the brink of a clean, climbable pit. A crawl leads west. The stream enters through a 2-inch slit. You're in a large room full of dusty rocks. There is a big hole in the floor. There are cracks everywhere, and a passage leading east. There are cracks everywhere, but you may be able to slip through this one. You have crawled through some cracks and wound up back at the main passage. You find yourself in dusty rocks. You're at a complex junction. A low hands and knees passage from the north joins a higher crawl from the east to make a walking passage going west. There is also a large room above. The air is damp here. You're in a large room carved out of sedimentary rock. The floor and walls are littered with bits of shells embedded in the stone. A shallow passage proceeds downward, and a somewhat steeper one leads up. A low hands and knees passage enters from the south. This is an old coral passage. It's now blocked by debris. You're in a cul-de-sac. You've crawled around in some little holes and wound up back in the main passage. You are in a room in which the walls resemble Swiss cheese. Obvious passages go west, east, south, northeast, and northwest. Part of the room is occupied by a large bedrock block. You're at the east end of a two-pit room. The floor here is littered with thin rock slabs, which make it easy to descend the pits. There is a path bypassing the pits to connect passages from the east and the west. There are holes all over, but there is a big one on the wall directly over the west pit, too high to reach. There is a tiny little plant in the pit, murmuring, "Water, water." Bottle of water. The plant spurts into furious growth for a few seconds.
Water. Water.
There is a 12-foot-tall beanstalk stretching up out of the pit, bellowing, "Water! Water!"
Water.
A small pool of oil seeps out of the ground here. You're in a large, low, circular chamber whose floor is an immense slab fallen from the ceiling. There once were large passages to the east and west, but they are now filled with boulders. Low, small passages go north and south, and the south one quickly bends west round the boulders. I wouldn't touch that. You could get electrocuted. Dwarf's axe. There's nothing to do with it here. The dragon is sprawled out on a Persian rug. The mirror is obviously provided for the use of the dwarves, who, as you know, are There is a threatening dwarf. A sharp knife is thrown. It missed. Dwarf's axe. You have vanquished a little dwarf. The knife vanishes in a puff of black smoke. You're at the edge of a large underground reservoir. White mist fills the room and rises rapidly upward. The lake is fed by a stream, which tumbles out of an overhead hole in the wall and splashes noisily into the water somewhere within the mist. That is useless right now. That won't work here. There's nothing to do with it here. Looks like coal. Don't dirty your hands with it. Be careful. You don't want to fall in here. You're at a reservoir. White mist fills the room. There are faint rustling noises from the darkness behind you.